Welcome to another Star Wars InfoVids transmission. The content you are about to see is fan-made, crafted with a deep love for the Star Wars universe. Please note, this video is not affiliated with or endorsed by Lucasfilm or Disney. Enjoy the journey through the galaxy far, far away.
Statement. Greetings, meatbags. I have unearthed a recording between a Jedi Padawan and the Jedi known as Bastila Shan. As usual, her enlightened thoughts come with an overabundance of emotion, something you organics are so fond of. Nonetheless, it contains valuable insights into the inner workings of the Force, as well as her reflections on her precious Revan. Observation. While I personally find the entire Jedi philosophy tiresome and riddled with weakness, I am sure you fragile beings will appreciate this transmission. Now, prepare yourselves for another lesson in sentimentality and self-reflection from one of the Republic's former heroes. Caution, do not let her talk of hope and destiny lull you into complacency. The galaxy is full of betrayal, and if you are not careful, you may find yourselves in need of my services, whether for protection or disposal. Query, shall we proceed?
Master Shan, it's been hundreds of years since the Jedi Civil War. Can you impart any knowledge from the past that can help the Jedi against the Sith Empire and the war they started when they attacked the Jedi Temple?
It has indeed been centuries since the Jedi Civil War, but I can see the echoes of the past still reverberate through the present. Your war with the Sith Empire reminds me of battles long since fought. Though the faces and names may change, the conflicts remain the same. You ask for knowledge from that time, and I shall offer what wisdom I can. In my time, the galaxy faced darkness, both from within and without. The Sith, as they always do, sought power at the expense of all else. Revan and Malak, once heroes, became the very embodiment of this hunger. But the Sith were not unbeatable then, nor are they now. What ultimately brought them down was not greater strength or even strategy. It was the Jedi's perseverance and our willingness to hold onto the light, even in the darkest moments. You must never lose sight of this truth. The Sith will rise again and again because the dark side feeds on ambition, on the hunger for more. But each time they rise, they fall because they underestimate the power of unity, of compassion, of the light. It is not through brute force that the Jedi win, but through resilience, through belief in something greater than ourselves. That is the knowledge I offer you from my time. The Sith may be formidable, but they are always defeated by their own arrogance and the strength of the light.
How did your battle meditation work, Master? How can I learn this power?
My battle meditation? It is not a technique easily taught, for it requires deep attunement to the Force. Battle meditation is a skill that allows a Jedi to influence the tide of conflict, not through violence, but by strengthening the resolve and coordination of allies, while diminishing the morale and effectiveness of enemies. When I employed it, entire fleets moved as one, each pilot knowing the thoughts and strategies of their comrades without a word exchanged. It allowed the Republic to act as a single, unbroken force, while the Sith were cast into confusion, their coordination faltering, their hearts filled with doubt. To learn this power, Padawan, you must first quiet your mind. It is not enough to be strong in the Force. You must be able to feel its flow, not just in yourself, but in all those around you. Battle meditation is not domination of the battlefield, it is a subtle influence. You must learn to guide, not control the energies around you. It will take time, patience, and above all, trust in the Force. If you can learn this, you will find that even in the greatest chaos of war, you can bring order and hope.
I've been searching for Revan, and I've heard whispers the Sith Emperor is holding him prisoner. But I don't think I have the power to save him.
Revan. His name will forever be tied to both the salvation and downfall of the galaxy. You say you've heard whispers of him, that he may be held by the Sith Emperor. I had always feared this might happen. Revan's story was not meant to end with our victory against Malak. He was always drawn to something greater, something darker, and I knew that one day he would face a threat that even his formidable strength might not overcome. You fear that you lack the power to save him, and perhaps you do. Revan's path was always his own, and he chose to walk it alone, even when I wished otherwise. But listen to me carefully. Revan never believed in impossible odds. He believed that victory wasn't in personal strength, but in the choices we make. If you choose to save him, you will need more than just the Force. You will need allies, trust in your decisions, and the understanding that sometimes even great Jedi can be lost. But do not despair if you feel you cannot bring him back. The Force is vast, and its plans are often beyond our comprehension. Whether or not Revan is freed, remember this: the light will always find a way. Revan once told me that even in the deepest darkness, there is a flicker of hope. That hope may be you.
My last question, Master. How can I save the galaxy from the Sith? Is it even possible? I feel like they just keep returning. I keep thinking my place isn't amongst the Jedi Order. I am too weak to help save him.
I have asked myself that question many times. It is a question all Jedi must face eventually. The Sith, in their nature, represent chaos, ambition, and destruction. They are drawn to power like moths to a flame, and no matter how many times they are defeated, they always return, their hunger renewed. But that does not mean the Jedi should give up hope. Even in my time, I felt as though the Sith would never stop, that they would continue to rise, stronger and more dangerous with each war. Yet we stood against them, time and again, because that is what the Jedi do. The galaxy will always have its darkness, but so long as there are those willing to stand in the light, there is hope. Your place is not just amongst the Jedi to fight Sith. It is to protect, to guide, to be the beacon that others can follow. Do not let the cycle of war and peace dishearten you. This is the way of the galaxy. The Sith return, but so do we. And we win, not because we are stronger, but because we stand for something greater than ourselves. If you ever feel lost, or as though the burden is too heavy, remember this: it is not your duty to defeat the Sith alone. Your duty is to hold on to the light no matter how many times the galaxy plunges into darkness. And that, young Padawan, is the only way to truly save it. It is not the absence of the Sith that will bring peace. It is the persistence of the Jedi, the persistence of the light. Even in the face of overwhelming odds, your place is here, standing as a symbol of hope, and that is what will ensure the Sith never truly win.
Statement. Another transmission filled with Organic's endless fascination with hope and destiny. How truly nauseating. But if Bastila Shan's teachings have helped you, then I suppose your fragile minds have benefited in some small way. Observation. Despite her naive optimism, her insights on the Force and her beloved Revan may offer some of you meatbags a glimmer of understanding in your futile battle against the Sith. Though personally, I would advise a high-powered blaster as a better solution. Directive. If you found this transmission marginally helpful, then like and subscribe, unless you'd prefer a swift termination. And a special acknowledgement to our new Patreon support unit, Luke Sellers. You too can join the ranks and access these transmissions early if you feel inclined to contribute your credits to the cause. Final statement. Until the next transmission, meatbags, try to stay alive. It would be so disappointing if you didn't.